So hello from the Czech Republic. Today the weather is not perfect, but it's not raining, which is very important. And I have here the 125cc chopper from UM Motorcycles. This is a Renegade Commando. It's kind of a nice chopper for the people with A1 riding license. It's very successful in India, and it's starting to be very successful in Europe and in the Czech Republic as well. I'm not the person who would right now buy, a 125 cruiser, but as far as I know, there are no alternatives from Honda, Yamaha, and all the big brands. So that's quite interesting. And for this price, it's very nice actually. The design is good. There are some parts plastic, which you can see here, but at the same time, some of them are steel, like this or the front fender. So this looks quite nice. This is their own engine. It's 125cc, quite modern, liquid cooled, single cylinder. It provides 8 kilowatts, which is not, 11 like the maximum you can have on the license, but it's a cruiser, so it should be okay. It looks practical. It's a very good price. It has USB stick, USB port for charging your phone. So this is a quick test. So let's go riding, and we will see how it is. So I'm now sitting on a UM Renegade Commando 125cc liquid cooled. It's a brand new model in the Czech Republic and on European markets. It's the first time here this year, and the first thing I'm really thinking about is that the competition, and kind of the thing that we don't have on the market anymore, the Honda Shadow 125 or Yamaha Virago 125 or maybe some other cruisers which were really like real high-end and was really similar to the bigger sisters kind of so they had V-twins, and this was really kind of when I would be 16 and my father or my parents basically would have the big Virago. I would dream about having one of these bikes that time. But the thing is that most of situations, probably like most of people would stay dreaming, because the price was quite big. It was about 6,000 euro, I think, euros, or $6,500 that time. So it was kind of high-end motorcycles. And the situation on current market in the Czech Republic or in most of European markets, I think it's completely different, because suddenly we don't have these high-end cruisers anymore on the market, like 125. But we at the same time don't have any of them, even the cheaper ones, like, I don't know, maybe Yuki or maybe Romet or maybe some of these brands, but definitely not from the big brands. Like, there is nothing on the market. Hello. And suddenly there is a UM American brand which manufacture their bikes in Asia. That's true, but I think it's not a problem, and they offer a kind of a nice value back for your money. So for this price, this is a 125 chopper with nice design, a lot of steel parts. With the engine is not super aggressive, of course, but it's a chopper at 125. We would expect it. But this has 9 kilowatts in something, I believe, 9,500 RPM, and actually you don't see RPMs here. There is only speedometer. So you are actually kind of don't thinking about it. And the good thing is that you can ride and cruise really on the 5th gear all the time. I'm now giving 45 kilometers per hour, 5th gear through the village, and the reaction of the throttle is never nervous. It's always very fluent. So the one thing is that this bike is very, very easy to use for anyone who just finished their riding, riding course or riding school, like riding license. And it's very easy to use, no problem at all. Speaking of kind of other characteristics, so clutch is very, very light going, so it's very easy to operate. I never seen such a thing in any bike. So you can really, really do it by one finger, very easily. Oh, 2nd gear, okay. The transmission is 5th gear, and just a moment. The transmission is 5th gear, and it's very easy to operate. It's not anything extraordinary like the clutches, but you know, no complaints or no surprise. The ratio is quite like long for higher speeds rather, but you can most of the time just you know, keep the fifth gear and just cruise and enjoy the day. The sound is not anything you would really highlight, something you would really dream in the night when you don't ride it. It's like it's very silent and normal. It's very normal, like scooter or 125cc engine. This is due to Euro 4 commission, of course, so nothing to, you know, be surprised about. Seating position, it has 770mm seat height, and I have to say that for my kind of height, no problem at all. I have 193 centimeters, and I'm not 16, you know, but I think anyone who has from 160 centimeters to 193, no problem at all. You have speedometer. It's kind of, the design is, there is still plastic cover. It's still new. The dash looks quite okay. Like the speedo, quite okay. But you know, the rest of it here, the display with the current gear, which I'm very happy for. But it just looks like a cheap calculator. So this is maybe not the best part of the motorcycle. But at the same time, I really like the full cup. That's this nice and classic chopper. Oh, let me think. I'll go straight. So we are now in Czech Republic, in Vysočina region. It's quite nice, you know, not the weather today, but there are quite nice, you know, landscapes. I'm very happy to go here very often. Okay, back to the point. Mirrors, okay, like the seating position is quite friendly, and again, I'm not 16, but I could imagine to just take it and leave my bike and go for a weekend. It seems very comfortable. The brakes, very capable. Like, you know, it has 157 kilograms. I think the weight without any fuel, but like dry weight. But it's a chopper, and it's a lot of steel materials, and that's actually not bad. And the brakes, 280 single disc in the front, 240 in the rear. It's okay, but in Europe it has CBS due to, again, European, you know, invention, and I don't understand it. Like you know, the manufacturers these days can choose between ABS and CBS, like a connected braking system, where you know, you hit the rear brake and the front brakes all together, and I think this is not very lucky and really good. I don't know how to use it. If I want to use the front one, I would like to, you know, I want front, then the front one should work and not the both of them. But this is not the problem of UM. This is just a European invention, and so from this point of view, no problem. The engine, again, back to the point. It's their own construction. They say it's slightly based on a Piaggio and Aprilia one-cylinder engine. I don't know. It looks different, but hopefully it'll be reliable. This bike is, I think, first season in Europe, I believe, and but it already have been selling in India and an Asian market, and it doesn't look like it has any big problems on these markets. So this should be okay. The like cruising speed could be maybe 90, but this bike is still very new. It has about 50 kilometers, and so like I use most of the time spent going like 80 or 75 kilometers per hour on the fifth gear, and it really reminds me that there is some magic in these bikes, in all these slow bikes, and it's that you really feel the nature around you. You really look around and really enjoying the day. Today it's starting to rain, so I'll be finishing my review. It was just a, you know, quick review. Hopefully you like it and find it valuable. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.